Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
It is about 11 a.m. and it's the morning of Christmas Eve, and Ditto just finished his breakfast. This room is a mess right now, needs to be cleaned. But I just wanted to kind of give you a real-time update. So today is day 69 of Ditto being an inside cat, and he had a ginormous breakfast today. So he had a plate of homemade raw food. It was a really big plate. It was probably almost 3 ounces of homemade raw food. I mix in like all his supplements and everything. And then to top it, he had a 5.5 ounce can of salmon morsels that I put through like a mini food processor, and I puree it. So he probably had close to 300 calories just for breakfast today. He's been really, really hungry. So here's what he looks like right now. He's still swollen. His eye is still very much inflamed. He spent a week on antibiotics. He was on the Veriflox for 7 days. I don't want to give him more than 7 days because that's what it says. And we don't want him to have any issues from it. I did see some improvement while he was on the antibiotics. Not so much with the swelling. I did see a little bit of improvement as far as the amount of times that he bleeds after he eats. And so I took that as a positive sign. However, I've also been giving him additional vitamins and minerals in his meals. So it could be from that, or it could be from the antibiotic. He's been off the antibiotic for 2 days. I think today is the second or third day now that he's not getting the Veriflox. And he's continuing to do well. You could see right now, his face is swollen, his eye is very much inflamed. So with his eye, it's his third eyelids. They're very red and swollen. Sometimes Ditto acts like there's absolutely nothing wrong. He is just going about his life. He is learning how to relax and learning how to sleep, which is very good for him. So this is the day so far, and what I've come to learn is Ditto loves paper towels, which makes my life easier because what I do is I just put paper towels on everything. He loves laying on them, and they're very absorbent, so all the drool that comes out of his mouth gets soaked up by the paper towels, and it makes things easier for me to keep clean. I'm not doing laundry as much as I was doing. So I have multiple layers of towels on this day sofa, again, just because it helps me do less laundry. And then I have the paper towels on top, and he loves laying on here. Now, when Ditto was an outside cat, he did not sleep well at all. Even the first time he came inside back in May, I was kind of surprised at how little he slept. So right here, I have a self-heated pet mat. He likes to lay here. And I have some plush material on it, and I have paper towels on it. So that's what he's doing now. He's curling up on the paper towels. And then here I have a laundry bag full of dirty towels that I have to put in the laundry. And then here I have a garbage bag hanging on a doorknob. And what I do is I take all the dirty tissues and paper towels and I put it in here, and then I dump this out like once a day. So right now it looks like Ditto is going to do a little washing. He's going to wash up. So his mouth is still bleeding, sometimes more than others. Sometimes it doesn't bleed at all. Usually it only bleeds after he eats or when he hits it. Sometimes it might be bothering him. He'll hit the side of his face with his paw, and then some blood will come out of it. But we're trying to manage that. We're also making sure he gets a lot of iron in the food. He's getting chicken livers and chicken hearts and beef, and we're trying to make sure we keep his iron levels up. So with that, he's doing good. He has a really good appetite. He eats all the food I give him. Sometimes I do have to put some squeeze ups on his food. Usually I'm going through at least one squeeze up per plate of food. So for breakfast today, he had 2 plates of food, so he had 2 squeeze ups. I also use a supplement called Fortiflora. That was actually prescribed for Stella. Early in the summer, Stella had really bad diarrhea, and I had to take her to the animal hospital. They did all kinds of tests. They found nothing wrong with her. they said it was probably just like a bug or a virus or something that she ate, and that it should clear up. But they gave me some Fortiflora to sprinkle on her food. The other cats don't really care for it, but Ditto loves it, so I've been using that. I've been using about 1 packet a day. I just lightly sprinkle it on his food. It has some flavor enhancers in there, and it also is full of probiotics and some B vitamins, and he seems to like it. So he's very happy and content in this room. And what I was saying before is that he's learning how to sleep and he's learning how to relax. So when he came inside back in May, he would only sleep for 5 or 10 minutes, and then he would be moving around a lot, because when he lived outside, feral cats are always like alert. They can't really relax. Maybe in the middle of the afternoon they can relax a little bit, but through the night they don't sleep. They're constantly like on guard for predators and stuff. So I feel like Ditto's finally learning how to relax, learning how to sleep. We have a routine where at night I try to set aside at least an hour, if not 2 hours, where I come into this room, I sit on the day sofa, and he curls up on my lap and he relaxes. Or like last night, I laid down on the day sofa because I was really tired, and he crawled on top of my legs and he laid down on my legs. And so we'll do that for a while, and he really likes that. But I don't do that all night with him because I don't want him to not get good sleep. So then I leave the room and then I let him sleep. And I just want him to be in a really dark room and to get as much good sleep as he can get, because that's where his body is going to try to heal itself. If we can provide him with enough nutrition, and if we can eliminate any toxins or stresses, then we can try to get his body to heal itself. And it's going to be a long process. And tomorrow will be 70 days inside the house. When I think of 70 days, I feel like it's been a long time, but at the same time, I feel like it's gone by in the blink of an eye, because so much has happened in those 70 days with regards to just trying to figure out, what can we get to work on Ditto to actually heal himself. So it started when he went to the animal hospital, and then he spent the 2 weeks on the antibiotics. Then he came off of those, and then I took him to the holistic vet, which is a vet that has all regular vet training, but they have additional training on top of it with regards to natural treatments and natural therapies. So the holistic vet basically said there's no treatments I can do for him. It's just a quality of life issue. So that's what I've been focusing on, quality of life for Ditto, and also researching all kinds of natural treatments and alternative treatments, and what other people have done for their cats that have been in similar conditions and similar situations. And that has been so much work. I mean, hours every day. The hours that I used to spend filming videos and editing videos are now spent researching and reading different studies and reading different articles and just trying to dig as deep as I can into finding some kind of treatment or protocol that can improve Ditto's current condition. And the thing with dealing with a condition holistically means as a whole. So treating his body as a whole. I'm not just treating the symptom of, his swollen mouth or like the wound in his mouth or his swollen eye. We have to treat his entire body as a whole. And in order to do that, it's not just like one magic pill. It has to be a whole program of many different things that work together. And, finding the right combination is key. And that's what I am continually trying to do. So right now, Ditto is on homemade raw food that is loaded with as much nutrition as I could get into it. There are so many natural supplements that I'm adding to it. He's getting turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory. He's getting mixed berry powder, which is really high in vitamin C. He's also getting extra vitamin C. He's getting extra zinc. He's getting lysine, which is good for cats with the herpes virus, and it's good for eye issues and respiratory infections. He's getting several different kinds of medicinal mushrooms. He's getting CBD oil, in each meal. That has been recommended from so many different people. I've started using a few other things on him. I have to be really careful with what I mention in this video because YouTube is really being heavy-handed with censorship when it comes to like natural health and alternative treatments. So I just kind of named the most basic stuff that I'm adding to his food. He is on some other stuff. He's on some herbal tinctures. He's on some other things. Right now you can see he's cleaning himself. He's cleaning his mouth. He's kind of adjusting his mouth. He still has the issue. It does not seem to have gotten worse, which is good. If anything, it seems to have gotten a little bit better. Again, I don't want to jinx anything because I don't want him to take a turn for the worst. And we're just taking everything one day at a time. You know, we're looking for small wins, and we're looking to at least keep him stable and then getting a little bit better every day. Even if we can just keep him stable until we can figure out what can get him a little bit better every day, that's good. So this is a real-time update for today. I'll probably film some more tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas, and tomorrow's also his 70th day inside. And I hope to be able to post an update tomorrow. So Ditto's going to take a bath. He likes to keep himself as clean as possible. He's still getting groomed every day, sometimes twice a day. He gets brushed with 2 different brushes, and then he gets wiped down with pet wipes. And he loves being wiped with pet wipes, and it's definitely helping him. So the drool that's coming out of his mouth is super sticky. To me, it's not like normal cat drool. It's like really sticky drool, and he gets it like on his white bib area. He gets a lot on his tail, and he gets it like on his paws, because when he lays curled up, then he'll like drool on his paws. To me, it's a good sign that this is like not normal drool, because we want to detox his body. We want to get like everything out that does not need to be in there. And usually you do that through the lymphatic pathways, and those all involve mucus and getting as much mucus out of him as we can. So maybe that's why his drool is more sticky. Maybe some is detoxifying out of him, because, you know, if you're sick and you're coughing up mucus, that's what really tends to be sticky, much more so than regular saliva. So I'm hoping that's the situation with him. He's going to clean himself, and then he's probably going to settle down for a nice nap, which is good. And so this is a real-time update for Ditto. And I also do wipe his mouth several times a day. He lets me hold like a compress on it. Do you see what he's doing now? So he licks his paw, and then he like rubs that side of his face. He's like cleaning it. I mean, we don't know, maybe he's pushing something around in there. So that's why his paw is dirty, because he uses it to clean himself. Also his eye, he cleans his eye also. So some of that could be from that, because his eye is kind of inflamed and it can be crusty. And I've tried putting drops in his eye. I've tried holding compresses to his eye, and he literally attacks me. Like this morning, I was trying to wipe him and he attacked my arm. So I take it as a good sign that he's trying to attack me, because it means, you know, he has a lot of energy. But at the same time, you know, I would like to give his eye a little bit more care, but when you take care of a cat, you have to realize that there's only so much you can do. So I'm continuing to monitor Ditto. I am not giving up on him. This cat still has a lot of life left in him, and we are still going to continue to try to help him. And once again, any positive energy you could send his way, keep him in your prayers. Envision him healthy and healed. That's what we need to do. We need to completely envision him fully healthy, fully healed, and that's what we want to manifest. And I'm giving him as much physical help as I can give him. I'm giving him as much nutritional help as I can give him. But of course, there are energetic and spiritual components to everything, and that's what he could use some more help with. So thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if we don't post anything before New Year's. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, we hope you have a very happy holiday season.
Happy New Year, Simba.
Happy New Year, Splash. Happy New Year, Boo. Happy New Year, Stella. It's about 11:30 a.m. It is New Year's Eve, and I am filming another real-time update. This is the third one that I filmed. I've not posted the last two just because it's been really hectic with the holidays and taking care of Ditto and the other cats and just trying to get everything done. It seems like there's not enough hours in the day. Ditto's eating a late breakfast today. He's having some of the Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites, which I have pureed up in my little food processor, and he's getting some supplements in there. So he's really enjoying this food. This is the first time I've given it to him. I went shopping yesterday and I picked up some supplies because it's the end of the year and I just like to do my end of the year spending. And I don't know if you could see it, but his paws are really dirty and his tail is dirty too. And that's because of his drooling. He's been drooling a lot. I don't know if that's a side effect from one of the supplements that he's been on, but I'm cutting back on it. It was recommended to me and he's been on it for almost a week now, several days at least. He's probably been on it maybe 4 to 6 days. And I'm not really noticing improvements. I'm noticing a lot more drooling. So I'm just going to cut back on that and, just kind of give him a rest for a little bit. It's really hard with a cat because they can't talk to you and tell you, well, this is doing this or this is making me feel this way or anything like that. So you kind of have to just go by their behavior and like any kind of external symptoms that you can see. So this morning he's eating really well. I haven't seen any blood or anything this morning, but that's why I do have towels on this rug because he can be a messy eater, and then sometimes after he eats he hits his mouth and then there's some bleeding. There's usually always drooling. So yesterday I walked into the room and he was sleeping on the day sofa and he was in a very, very sound sleep. And that's one really good thing of having him in this room is that he's learning how to sleep good, like sleep through the night. Like when he was outside, he never did that. And when he first came inside, he never really got himself into a sound sleep. So I feel like he's finally learning how to do that. He's finally learning to just relax and get a good amount of sleep. The other cats are all really great with that. And this is what's going on with the day sofa. I just put some fresh paper towels down on it, and they've been really great for just like soaking up his drool. When he lays on the day sofa, he'll change his positions, and then I'll come back in this room hours later and I'll just pick up the dirty paper towels, put some fresh ones down, and then once a day what I'll do is there's like a blanket here and then the towels underneath, and then there is the pillowcase. I'll change all those once a day. So Ditto continues to be brushed every day and he gets lots of pets, and I've been wiping him multiple times a day. I've been trying to help clean his tail and help clean his paws. For the most part, he lets me use pet wipes on his legs. He doesn't like it when I touch his paws, and he's gotten mad at me a few times. So I have to be really careful when I try to do that, which is why they're not as clean as I would like them to be. But his back and his body and his neck is really clean because that's really easy for me to use pet wipes on. He's been pooping a little bit more than he was, so that's good. Instead of like once every 4 days, it's maybe once every 3 or 2 days, and once or twice a day he continues to just lay in my lap and get lots of pets and cuddles, and he loves that. He absolutely loves that. So I try to make sure I set aside time every day in order to just sit here and hang out with Ditto. I'll put some TV on, maybe we'll watch a movie, or I'll use my tablet, and he really, really, really enjoys that. So that's kind of been our schedule. I have to say I've been spending at least 3 to 4 hours a day in this room with Ditto, whether it's cleaning the room or watching him eat or just spending time with him. So that is a really big chunk of my day. So that's why I haven't been able to post as many videos as I would like, even compilation videos. I wanted to do one a week, but even that is proving challenging. And then on top of the time that I spend in here, I'm also still trying to spend more time finding things that could help him, finding things that could help heal him. It's really, really hard to find that information. I feel like a lot of people just give up on cats. They get a certain diagnosis. They get let's just say a negative or a bad diagnosis, and they just are like, okay, let's put the cat down. And I don't feel like I can do that to Ditto right now because he has too much life in him, and he's really, really enjoying the time that he spends inside. Plus, he continues to eat well, and he loves his pets. And like right now, you can see there's like some blood dripping. So what I'll do is I'll hold like a compress next to his mouth, and we'll kind of suppress some of that. But other than that, Ditto's a really happy cat, and he's a really strong cat, and he has a lot of patience and perseverance, and I think he would just be heartbroken if I put him down right now. So some days are better than others, and we're going to continue to not give up on Ditto, and we are going to continue to help him and try to figure out what we could do to heal him. Ditto is now on his second plate of food. I keep getting interrupted by phone calls and text messages while I'm trying to film this, so I'm sorry if it's like a bit disjointed. Anyway, I just wanted to post a real-time update just to let you know what's going on. I like to say that he's stable. If someone asks me how's Ditto doing, I just say he's stable. I'm not seeing any real amazing improvements. Some days I'm seeing some nice little improvements, and then other days not so much. He's been drooling a whole lot more over the past few days, and then he's having issues kind of keeping his paws clean and his tail clean. So that's the only real big issue right now, and I'm using 3 different kinds of pet wipes. Some pet wipes are definitely better than other pet wipes, so I'm just going to keep trying different ones until I find one that I think really works the best and that he likes the most. So that is our update. Ditto and I and all the cats would like to wish everyone a very happy new year. Thank you so much for watching our videos and for all of the support over this past year. I can honestly say that 2021 was one of the worst years ever, at least for me, that I could remember. I haven't had a year that bad in a very long time. So many things happened that were not pleasant, not just with the cats, but other things in my life also. So let's hope 2022 is a much better year for everyone, and we hope you have a very happy new year.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.